I'm actually very surprised how many questions I sometimes get from people who are on the dragon's path. Questions from people that just want answers to whatever riddles that they have of their path. And every single dragon's path is different, so it's very difficult actually to say where your path is going. But it's definitely that of the dragons. And there was a question that said, how come that you know so much about the dragon or the dragon's spiritual path? No one in the world, or some people maybe, but there are not that many people that talk about the dragon's spiritual path. But you seem to talk about this so easily, that you have seen things. And I said, yeah. In 2005 I met a dragon for the very first time after I was atheist. I didn't want to accept the dragon in the beginning because I felt lesser than the dragon. And that was the first point of obedience. The first point that I wanted to say, that I felt below the dragon. And the dragon doesn't want you to feel below, so the dragon sees this as some kind of an honor, actually. That you sometimes feel lesser, that you are not commanding the dragon, that you are not seeing them as some kind of a pet, but as something godlike, as a divine energy. And that is how I saw the dragon, as a divine energy that came to me, and I felt so unworthy. And that was the feeling that I had for the dragon all my life, but I didn't want to see it. In 2005, it was awakened, and it changed all of my life. Something was left behind, something of myself. And if I remember myself, I was a different person, something completely different. The dragon opened everything up. The dragon came to me in 2005, 2006, winter of that, my birthday, 18th birthday, and I became from an atheist into a believer, but not a believer in religion, a believer in the dragon. And this person, how come that you know so much? Because I was devoting myself to it. I literally surrendered everything up, everything. There was this. After a while, I just made my own a ritual that I made myself. You know, I learned that on the dragon's path that the rituals that you do, we can become a dragon witch, and in doing so, the first moment as a dragon witch is your first step as a dragon witch is actually allowing the dragon by your side. Allowing them by your side, because that is in itself manipulation, and that is in itself also requires a lot of devotion, and that you open up your own draconic energy, that you open everything up, because this is actually dragon magic. Your first step as dragon magic most of the time happens unconsciously, that you don't know it, that you are using it, but it's very, very powerful. And I want you to know how come that I actually can say so many things about the dragon's path, because there are other people that also say a lot about the dragon's spiritual path, but it's somehow different than what I have. That is why I can say every path is different. So whatever you are speaking of can be different with someone else. So I have to be careful with this, not to point you in the wrong direction. So actually, this ritual that I did, this ritual that I made myself, this homemade ritual, you might say, this is something that I did because of this devotion, this feeling of love. And that is also in itself dragon magic, dragon love, the love for your dragon. Because the dragon is not here to be your servant, your pet, or whatever. The dragon is here to be by your side and to guide you where the dragons are. And that is out of love and desire for your own dragon circle, your dragon's eye, that you develop yourself later on the dragon's path. I call it the dragon's path because it's a journey that you take. A journey, and I started my journey in 2005. I had my dragon necklace around my neck ever since, and so never take it off. You know, I made like I said, I made a ritual myself, a homemade ritual about giving everything away. I made a vow to the dragon. I made a promise. Everything that I own, everything that is mine, is now yours. My mind, my spirit, my body, everything is yours. And I meant it. I would, at that moment, just die for the dragon. Stand in front of a huge pile of people that wants to kill the dragon. Stand in front of it and just give my life for defending the dragon. And I would have done the same thing then. I give everything away. That is how I wanted to show my trust. I trust the dragons, and the dragons has feelings too. They don't demand all of these things, of the faith, but it's something that you do out of yourself, out of the devotion that you have for your dragon's eye, and the dragons that belong inside of it. There will be one dragon that managed to go through this gate. This one dragon that has a high connection with you. And this one dragon will be able to open the gate of the dragon. So what is actually the secret behind the dragon's path? What is the secret? Like I said, the secret behind the dragon's path is simply the love that you have for your dragon. Simply that, nothing else. And that is why I sometimes say how much love that I have for the dragon and the dragon spirits, that I don't believe all of these religions, that they are saying that they love their God. Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe that they love their God. I believe that they love their promises and eternal life in paradise. Of course, that would be nice, but I don't need that. Even though the dragon can say you will be stuck in the void forever, for eternity, but at least I could experience the dragon here on earth. And this experience with the dragon is very beautiful. And that is this devotion, this obedience that I have for the dragon, especially in the beginning. Not that the dragon asked this, but I did it out of myself. This was allowing me to know a lot of things. The dragon was trusting me as well. I was trusting the dragon with all that I had. But at a response, the dragon trusted me with all that he had. And I heard a lot of stories, a lot of secrets, draconic secrets, you might say. And in my path, I heard a lot of these secrets, that I decided to write a book about this, the Book of Dragon Shadows, that all of the secrets of the dragon can be wrote in it, and the experiences that I had. And it helped me to this day a lot, because everything that I wrote, everything that I write down is pure magic. It's a magic book, and not simply just a magic book, a draconic magic book. And dragon magic is the most ancient, the first one that all magic is based on. The manipulation that the dragon has, dragon magic, is the most ancient one, the first version of magic, you can say. People, humans, learn how to do magic, how to do manipulation. But the dragon, they do it just by themselves, by their mind. Their mind is pure manipulation. They can do everything. Why? Because they are children of gods. Children of gods, and I can name all of the gods. Fafnir, Tiamat, Leviathan. They are the children of it. Of course they are going to be one with nature. So yeah, devotion for the dragon, and that is what I cannot say to you. I cannot say to you, for example, obey the dragon or simply just surrender to the dragon. I cannot say this. This is something that you have to do for yourself. This is something that you have to discover for yourself, how to do things, and that is why I say to you, whatever your instincts are saying something, whatever, excuse me, whenever your instincts are saying something to you, whenever your draconic self is saying something to you, then I just want to say, listen to that, because this is your dragon. I mean, not your dragon by your side, but your draconic self that is speaking to you. So, that is your draconic self that wants to reach out for the other dragons, so to complete your dragon's eye, your dragon circle. And this is what is causing a lot of magic, manipulation, but as well as knowing a lot of things. I don't want to seem like I'm a know-it-all. I don't want this. But sometimes I can reach out for you, not knowing that you might need it. You might need the information for in later stages. But what I can recommend, my brother or sister, if you have a dragon altar and you want to give them your trust and you want to give them everything out of trust, then lay yourself down before your altar and give yourself to the dragon.